Explain yourself. Where you been?
They didn't show up.
I saw him earlier today near the first floor bathrooms. Is he still on campus?
He is here.
What makes you think so?
I saw him by the food machines.
What's the reason for your truancy?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Why are you continuously late for this? Why do you shamelessly waste my time like this? What kept you?
Well, I think you should be sorry, for Christ's sake.
What is this fascination with truancy?
I am ready now.
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast,
Big fan. Big fan.
a show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
And what can we expect? Surprises!
Engineered by Jay Timko and produced by Eric Beatty. And without further delay, it's showtime! Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
So what'd I miss?
You dick.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the Detroit Cast, Monday edition of the show. It's good to be back, guys. I am utterly shocked and impressed at the three of you assholes in this room, I gotta say. I never dreamed in a billion years that you guys would have done a week's worth of shows without me in my house.
Dude, right before we did the first one that you weren't a part of, because me and Jay, we always mess with Jay, like, look at your life now. Blah, blah. Literally, the music is going, and I look at him, I go, take your headphones. I'm like, dude, you're not only on the show now, you're hosting a show now.
This is what he said to me. He goes, dude, you've never done anything like this. How are you going to do this? and we're like 5 seconds from, right. We're at the Howl, basically, yeah.
Right.
I'm like, Biggie, you're a fucking asshole, you know?
That's perfect, though. That's what you need. You need that moment.
Yeah.
I've told the story many times about my very first shift on a radio station ever. It was in Lansing.
Was it with the Beagle?
Overnight? No. It was. But I was doing 2 hours.
Oh wait, you were the Beagle. Why'd they call you the Beagle?
Shut up. You're gonna get people thinking not only am my name is Webster, but also that I'm the Beagle. No, I refused to have a fake name. It almost cost me my job at one point because I wouldn't have a radio name. But I've told the story. I did from 4 to 6 a.m. and then the morning show.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd go up to Lansing and I'd do this 2-hour radio show where I was just spinning tunes. They just need someone to play songs. And I did my very first break on the air. It was awesome, I'm sure. And I encouraged people to call in with requests for songs. And so I hit my very first phone and said, hey, yeah, you're on the air, and some guy goes, yeah, can I make a request? And I went, yeah, what's your request? He goes, find a new career, you suck. Very first call I ever took in radio. Find a new career, you suck.
It's probably good that we didn't have live call-ins last week.
That's right. So, but you need someone to bust your balls like that to like bring you down to earth. Like, hey, dude, you've never done this before. Good luck. All right, I'm going to say this, and I don't say that, and I'm going to sell it like this, and blah, blah, blah. And then someone goes, by the way, you've never done this before. You're going to suck. Good luck. Well, I'm utterly impressed with you guys. You did an amazing job. You really did. I didn't hear much. I wasn't in town, but what I did hear, I heard,
it's available on the internet.
I know, and trust me, I will listen to every minute of it, and I'll cringe through most of it, I'm sure. But I heard Friday's show, and I was actually impressed. I was like, I would listen to these guys. I actually would listen to these guys. I've assembled a team here that's listenable. Even Eric. Even Eric was listenable. Your stand-up was good. The stories were good. You guys didn't spend too much time on them. I could learn from you guys. I need to learn how to do a radio show again.
I don't know, dude. There's a lot of pressure. I'm glad to be back in the seat where I was waking up every morning just like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to talk. I can't just not know what's going
He's
on.
on a podcast and he's worried about talking.
But see, that's where you're wrong, my friend. It's not just a podcast. There are thousands of people listening to us. What I said to you upstairs, Jay, was, dude, ice in your veins. The balls it takes. I'm telling you, people listening right now, you don't understand. There are 4 guys here that do this show every day. By the way, that someone's not going to be there. Oh, by the way, it's your host. To go, let's do it anyways. We would have never done that at the Drew and Mike show. Never. We wouldn't have had the balls to do that. Scary as hell. And that was, combined 40 years professional broadcasting experience in one room between Mark Fellhauer, Clark, and myself and Trudy. We wouldn't have done that. We took day 1 when Drew was gone off, always. And then maybe we regroup by day 2, usually day 3. That's just the way it is. So for you guys to saddle up on day 1 and just throw caution to the wind and do it, that's crazy. And it's like, the amount of people that are listening to us, imagine the State Theater packed to the fucking rafters. Walking on stage at the State Theater and going, hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? How's it going? Like, dude, there's thousands of people. You don't realize it because we're sitting here looking at each other all the time, but there's thousands of people listening to us right now.
Yeah, Walters isn't going to be here, but I got this, so here we go.
It's cool. Dude, it makes me think like, wow, anybody can do this job. Jay's done this like a month, and he's just hosting the thing, and he sounds good. Thank you guys so much. That it meant the world that you guys even tried to do it and pulled it off. It is even more impressive. I can't thank you guys enough. I think the balls it takes it's amazing and something I'll never forget. Honestly.
It was fun, and hopefully people had fun with it. So.
Well, if they're anything like me, and trust me, no critic will be harsher than me. I'm hard on myself and all of you guys, and it was absolutely listenable. And you know that when you listen and you find yourself going, God damn it, I wish I was there right now. I want to be in a part of that conversation. I found myself doing that every story you guys hit on, which is awesome. So yeah, now the blowjobs are out of the way.
Yeah, really, jeez.
Yeah, it is a big show, of course.
You said that every time, by the way.
Good, you should.
Big show.
There's a lot going on in the world, none of it good. Unfortunately, a lot of dead people, a lot of dead kids, a lot of Ebola, a lot of dogs going crazy all of a sudden, a lot of assholes on email to get to. Love them all. God love them. Advance if I'm covering shit that you guys beat to death, but this Ebola thing is scary.
It's going to be the end.
Is it going to be the end?
This is how it ends.
Is this how it ends for us? Ebola?
Not this outbreak, but that's how it ends.
Well, do you mean a virus?
You've seen the computer-generated models. That's how it ends.
The movies? Like Contagion?
Dude, there's no cure for a virus. I don't care if it's the flu or Ebola. There's no cure. So that might be the way it goes.
Eric thought it was either a sun or an astronaut. You got to listen. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Actually, it is what you said.
Okay, well, I meant an asteroid. I'm sorry.
Oh, asteroid. You said astronaut.
What does an asteroid have to do with?
No, we were discussing what would be the end of the world, and I thought it would be either the sun blowing up
or an astronaut.
Or an astronaut, right?
Yeah.
Like
like we left one out there. He got really mad, and he's been plotting.
Yeah,
dude, I'm sorry. You've never said a word wrong. Am I bad?
Who's the guy that landed on the moon? I want to say John Glenn, but
Lance Armstrong or
Lance Armstrong. No, you're right. Lance Armstrong. When Lance Armstrong landed on the moon.
Damn it.
I mean, before all the PEDs and all the steroids.
Neil
and stuff.
Armstrong, I got it.
Was it Neil Armstrong that's gone ape shit and is like punching people?
Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin. Thank you. Okay. Buzz. Maybe Buzz could end the world.
He's pissed. Yeah.
He is. He goes around and punches people all the time. Just tell him the moon landing was fake.
Yeah.
See what happens. Just light that fuse when you're next to him next time. Next time you're with Buzz, just light that fuse and see what happens. But yeah, this is scary. First person ever on U.S. soil with Ebola.
And it's that doctor they brought back, right?
Yeah.
The 33-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I know. That's what Beth keeps saying.
They knew.
Why?
This wasn't like a question. He didn't have it. This was. from where he is. Let them deal with it.
If I was running the ticket desk in Sierra Leone, I'd be going, folks, all in line to get your tickets to America sold out, my friends. I'm sorry. Really. We are fresh out of red, white. Come back in a couple months. Enjoy red, green, and black for a couple months because you're not entering this country right now. Sorry. It's the worst outbreak of Ebola ever.
Yeah.
700 dead. 60% of people that get it are dead. And we're popping them on a plane and bringing them here. I don't care if it's in Atlanta, if the CDC's right down the street. So what? There's no cure. Even in the CDC. The CDC blew up when Walking Dead came through.
Exactly.
They couldn't handle zombies. Now they're going to handle the Ebola virus?
Right, Jay?
Fuck. What are we doing? Why would we bring them here? First off, if you're dumb enough to go to Sierra Leone, in Africa in general, stay there.
Good point. Don't even come back. Honestly, who cares if they had the disease? You're
there's no fixing it.
Right.
Have you guys read the rumors? Like what these people think is going on with Ebola there?
Mm-mm.
The people in these regions where this is going on?
They think we're bringing it, right?
No. These are what they think is, if I'm sick, they're going to capture me, bring me in the hospital, and not feed me and starve me to death. So they don't want to go to the hospital. They won't go get treatment. People are begging them to go to the hospital. Their townspeople are writing like, that fucker's dead in his house, and everybody in there's sick as shit. Go get him. And they're like locking. They're like, nope, all good, leave us alone. Slam the door.
Holy hell!
Dude, these are the rumors that are flying around Africa right now. Ebola does not exist, and government workers are using it as an excuse to steal organs to sell on the black market. Now, they do have some truth there that if you check off that box on your license, they will harvest your organs and they won't give you a fighting chance. That part is true. The government is pretending Liberia has Ebola, so they'll have an opportunity to receive and then abuse donated funds.
What?
If a person goes to the hospital with a disease that has symptoms that mirror those of Ebola, such as malaria, that person will end up getting Ebola from the hospital.
What?
Mm-hmm. A couple more here. Medical staffers are so afraid to catch Ebola, they neglect patients in the quarantine unit and let them starve to death. Because of noxious fumes that come from the solution workers use to spray affected areas, some people believe the spray is meant to kill them, and they don't want workers to come into their communities. So they don't want anybody coming in who's like trying to help them.
Yeah, there seems to be some misinformation here.
You think?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. Because you've got a bunch of uneducated people, right? And you've got people who probably are totally confused by, this other culture. Mat suits.
Yeah, that would be scary.
Yeah,
That's a good point. And religion. The hazmat suits is interesting, though, because that would be scary as hell. If you're used to being shirtless with your big gut and the flies buzzing around, and then all of a sudden some white guy's in a full suit. Yeah, we're here to help. Yeah. That would be a little turnoff. That would kind of suck. But, yeah, these people, what was the town there? Claratown, which sounds like an American city. Claratown doesn't sound like it belongs with Sierra Leone and the other places. But Claratown, they've got these people with this virus that they know are dead. This woman died on Thursday. This guy died on Friday last week. And they're calling people to come and get the bodies. And nobody comes to get the bodies. And there are people in these houses with them that are turning away people. And so this thing is spiraling out of control and getting worse. So that's why, to me, they know that a lot of times the symptoms don't even show themselves for 21 days. So I don't trust the heat sensors at the airport are going to catch everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're going to have to nuke it, aren't we?
Just boom! Off the map.
But here's a good piece of information. Good Luck Jonathan,
my man,
is in Nigeria and he's on it. So, because for the
first time ever,
part of this is spreading into Nigeria and he's on it. So,
is he? Has he said that?
Yeah.
GLJ?
Well, he hasn't come out and said he doesn't need to. He doesn't need
you just know. You know enough about GLJ 69.
That's right.
That you know that he's
World
on
Cup's
it.
behind him. He's got that done. He's working on the 200 to 300 girls. But this is top of the
precedent. precedent.
Yes.
700 dead. Not going to happen on GLJ's watch.
No way.
Not going to happen. He's not going to stand for that. Were you bummed when you saw the doctor was back in the U.S.? Are you feeling like, come on back?
I'm bummed.
I'm kind of mixed on it because I feel like the dude's a saint. I mean, he's over there working on that shit. Like, dude, think about the night. I know it's easy to joke about and be an asshole and go, fuck them, close the borders, everybody out. But the truth is, these doctors are over there, and you see the pictures, like, they're doing shit I could never do.
Mm-hmm.
Going into, I mean, talk about dropping yourself in a war zone and having, and then to know that you're infected with this deadly disease, last outbreaks, 90% fatality rate. Your co-worker, female doctor, is infected as well. You absolutely will not take the fucking meds for it. You want her to have it. There's only one. Why would you go there with one solution? What is that about? Yeah. Well, let's just grab one on the way out. Oh, I almost forgot my solution, my magic pill. Just make sure we got one of them. Odds are only one of us will get sick. What? Make up a full batch and send it over there. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary bringing it over because I'm sure we've taken every precaution. We got this, we got that. Well, I'm sure he took every precaution when he was there before he got it.
Well, what do we keep hearing? It's really hard to get.
Yeah.
It's not like just floating in the air virus.
But he got it.
So who was he making out with?
Really?
Seriously.
Exchanging bodily fluids. As Eric sneezes on me.
Yeah, right. See? If he was in Africa this summer, I'd be bummed.
Bummed.
Dr. Kent Brantley is who we're talking about.
Yeah.
And the chick is Nancy Wrightball.
Yeah, we talked about that, Mike.
Yeah, I figured you asshole.
kind of covered that, but it's okay. We can rehash it a little bit.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
You got your viewpoint.
I already gave you guys the big blowjob. He arrived. He talked to his wife. Did you talk about that?
No, because he hadn't arrived
yet. Yeah. See how that works?
Yeah, I just shut my mouth, Chase. I'm not going to get put into that stuff.
It was a relief to welcome Ken home today. I spoke with him. He's glad to be back in the U.S. I bet he is. I'm thankful to God for his safe transport, not giving him the strength to walk into the hospital.
So is he a bubble boy right now? He's got to be, right?
He is, but he freaked everybody out, like walking off that ambulance. Did you see that?
No.
All we've seen is they've got this special jet they sent over there, and it's got the that tent in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the bubble. Yeah, the bubble, for lack of a better word. And you figure he's going to be vented, right? He's going to be on a vent. He's near dead. He walked off the ambulance in his crazy suit with another guy carrying him. He was kind of fucked up, but he was still walked off.
Wow.
Yeah. So all those experts and virus, the worst virus experts at the CDC, they were like, what? This dude walked off the ambulance? They figured he'd be vented, and a mess. Crazy, dude. So I don't know. I'm not so much worried about them, those two doctors. I imagine they'll have the best of the best care.
Yeah.
All eyes are on them. I'm worried about Joe Dickhead, who stumbled into Sierra Leone because he wants to see some diamond mine.
Yep. No, that almost happened the other day. We had a guy get off a flight. He had to make one final stop before a stop in Minneapolis. He was coming home to see his family, made one final stop and collapsed. And so he stayed over there. I forget where he made the stop.
I thought that was the Nigeria one, wasn't it?
Was it Nigeria? Okay.
Oh, GL's not going to be happy with that.
Well, GL's got it. Don't worry. But he was about to come to Minneapolis just on an open plane, you know?
Wow. With it. Yeah. And he's still there? Thank God. Dude.
Yeah, he died.
He did. Thank God. Wow. That would have been scary. At least it's not here.
You know what's funny?
The question is, do you trust then, wherever that was, Nigeria, whatever, that everybody on that plane then is checked out and quarantined properly and so forth? I don't.
Absolutely not. Not even for a second.
That's right, and that's the problem. That's how this shit spreads, and that's why it's going to be the end of us.
Dude, that wife, though, the guy that died, did you landed in Nigeria? I thought it was kind of funny because her response was kind of like more, oh, just thank God he didn't get here and spread the disease. And less kind of like, my husband just died. I don't know, to me.
Yeah, she's, hey, taking one for the team.
Yeah, I guess, you know.
You know, it cost her this guy, but whatever.
Hey, she made it.
She could find another one. She made it.
Right,
yeah.
See? Goes back to my thing of which one, you know? She'll find love again. She's a girl. She'll get another guy to put
Maybe
in
it'll
her.
be you. I hear you found some love this last week as well.
Maybe. I don't know about love.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe it's early, but.
Right.
Hey. Love is in the air, right?
Yeah. Do you want me to say what you want?
No, we'll get into it later.
Yes, it is in the air.
We got many more dead people to cover first.
That's much more important to my love life.
What's the deal, guys, with the dogs going crazy?
Cane Corsos, 2 of them in Metamora.
Why have I never heard of that breed?
You have, though, because we talked about a story a couple months ago where one snatched a baby out of an uncle's arms.
I would think
and
that
ripped him up.
What did you say? Cane
Corso.
Cane Corso.
That's how Beth pronounced it. So I trust Beth. Yeah. Okay. All right. It's a Cane Corso.
Yeah,
whatever.
Cane Corso. That's what I got hearing.
That's what I said. She's like, it's Cane. It's Italian. It's Cane Corso. So all week I've been going Cane Corso, and I'm sure people at home are like, "You're what an
Cane
asshole."
Corso, dick.
Scenario. Fucking stuck-up guy. Cane Corso. No, dude, look, guys jogging down a trail like everybody's done, gets attacked by these things. Apparently there's a history of them attacking people on jogging trails, and took the guy down and ripped him up and killed him. Yeah. And so we've got
this is why you should never go jogging. Like, this is what I worry about, like Cane Corsos. That's why you don't do dangerous sports like jogging.
Dangerous sports.
Jog on a baseball diamond.
Diamond is that.
Oh yeah, when are Cane Corsos running rampant on baseball diamonds?
I forget who it was. Oh, just brutal to think of that. How fast that ball.
It doesn't happen every game.
The second thing I thought of was those sweet Kevlar hats.
The goofiest looking thing
Gotta implement them.
of all
Gotta
time.
Implement them.
Looks like one of the Bernstein kids should be wearing it.
Yeah, kazoos.
And I don't know if you told Mike too back about the Cane Corso stories about how the 2 people are in the country illegally. I don't know if you heard about that.
The owners are in illegally, and they had deportation things going in federal court, and now they're in state court being charged with
second degree
as they should.
Yeah, and usually I would disagree with that, but the history is there.
Yeah.
Like, and I was reading too. It's like the couple agreed Friday to give up ownership of the animals and have them euthanized.
Oh, how nice
well, gee, thanks.
Yeah.
A little too late. Like, why would they be involved in that decision at all?
Well, if not, they would have seized them and done it.
Yeah. So why would the couple agree?
Oh,
like, who cares? Who cares if the couple agrees?
Save the step.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, they would have had to implement like a court proceeding to do it, but they would have done it.
Yeah. I can't believe that they would have ankle biter dogs in that household. After you've had a couple dogs maul people before.
Yeah, and like you said, Dick Bernstein sued him, or a chick represented by Dick Bernstein sued him, settled, and part of the settlement was that they put up a fence, and they never did.
Dick Bernstein.
The Bernstein advantage. I don't know whether it was Dick. It might have been one of the other 2.
Right.
One of the other 3, I guess.
Sure.
You dick!
Dick Bernstein it is. $500,000 bond they're being held on. Are they going to throw the book at them?
Yeah, man.
In your legal opinion, Jay?
Well, the prosecutor has a lot of pressure because he's being blamed for letting the prior ones go. You know, he took some heat over the week. Like, where were you?
Well, did anyone die in those?
No. It was, but it was, serious. The one chick came forward and she was part of the early on stories saying, yeah, this thing did this to me. Look at these pictures, and they published pictures of some pretty major puncture wounds in the back of her leg. And then I think there was another one too. So I think this is the 3rd attack that was reported
from this couple. Yeah, it is. Can you think of a worse way to go to being eaten alive by a dog?
Yeah, right.
Like you with sharks. That's one of them. And they're usually very docile. Even the great whites. They're fine. Just don't look like a seal. Seals are delicious to them.
But
it's
yeah,
like a steak.
At some point you must get taken down to the ground, and you must just be thinking, oh my God, this is it. As they bite at your neck and try to pull at your,
My dad's friend, I know it was my dad's buddy, but he had Dobermans. And I was little at the time, but he lived on a farm, and his dog got into a fight with a neighbor's dog. This Doberman, my dad's buddy, is trying to get a hold of his dog, to in the mix, and the dog latches onto his arm, and he said that like that dog. Now it's a Doberman. That's a beast.
Yeah.
Clamped onto his arm and absolutely paralyzed his whole, like the whole side of him. It was a feeling like he's not. The instant the dog recognized that, oh my God, I've grabbed my dad, let go and like shame, tail between the legs, the whole thing. But it was like, dude, snapped your arm and like the instant like shot through his whole body, like hit with lightning. I mean, the power in those animals. Just grab by the throat, get out of here, you punch him. Send him. But when you're hearing about these things,
yeah, I'm told it's Cane Corso. Yeah.
And meal, but what do they?
They're
fuckers,
they
right?
are, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Like,
badasses.
how do you take down?
Going back to this baby story, who emailed in and said, "Oh yeah, those are no shit, man. Those Cane Corsos is how I read it at the time."
Right.
Absolutely latch on and not let go, and they're brutal, you know. And then here's this story about them 2 months later.
We always hear about pit bulls. Pit bulls. Remember 10 years ago, 15 years ago, pit bulls were the devil.
Yeah.
Like anybody had a pit bull, you're insane. They're just baby killers. And the fact is, they're not. They're bred that way, or they're pretty docile animals. I know you're not a dog guy, but go with me here.
Okay.
The Cane Corsos. From what I'm reading, it sounds like they're just vicious. Like they're vicious. Now, is that something that this family had trained them to go on hunts for wild boars in Italy, and they're over here just kind of running free and fucking things up? Or is that something where it's just in them?
Yeah, I've not heard any history about where these dogs came from. Obviously, we heard that they're in the country illegally, the two people, the man and the wife.
Yeah.
Man and girlfriend or whatever. But how
Man and wife.
How old were the dogs? Where'd they come from? Did he bring them over? You know what? Anyway,
They had to have brought them with them. I mean, he came here in what, 96 or something. She came a month later. But you would think after one dog.
But here we are 18 years later. They probably got him here.
Well, yeah, obviously. Yeah, you're right. They had to have, because the dog's not 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like they're asking, they want to tether.
Yeah, tether their asses.
Well, yeah, which the judge is like, no, you go to jail and stay there. Yeah, not letting them out.
Chip them. Like
Chip them. Yeah.
buggers.
They did pants. They chipped pants when they
Yeah.
took his balls the other day.
It's a
Pants
done
is
deal. Huh?
ballless. Yeah.
Do you have them in a pickle jar?
No,
Did you
no,
keep
I
them?
didn't want anything to do with it. I was
Did you
not
get-
going to be a part of taking a man's balls.
Did you get nudicles?
No.
Why not?
Those are, I think they're
Pants
just for
was
dogs.
proud of them. He was proud of them.
Did you see his bag? He had a huge set of balls. He's got a huge dong too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did see his bag.
I mean, he's
Absolutely,
black.
You can't miss it.
He's black. Of course he's hung. Jesus Christ, Jay. Yeah, he's got and he's got a ton of swelling now. It's a mess. He's got a cone on his head. It's adorable because Pants loves to head. He loves to just run up and bang, headbutt you right in the face, and he can't do it right now because of the cone. So he's going crazy.
He loves to bang his sister too, and he can't do that right now.
Yeah, stepsister.
Okay.
For the
Not
record.
blood.
Yeah. So it sounds like they're going to murder these dogs, and they can't wait to do it. Which have to. They had a litter of like 8 puppies too.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I kind of want one in a weird way. They're going to give those to a rescue though.
Okay.
They're not just going to kill them, which tells you that they're probably bred to be nasty, and that if you raise them right, they'd just be a normal docile dog. You're not buying.
I would err on the side of caution, and probably not have one around my newborn. I don't know.
Well, maybe don't give it to someone with a newborn. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Would you hate dogs though?
I don't hate
You
dogs.
hate dogs. I've never met anyone who hates dogs. Jay hates dogs. He'll kick your dog.
I will not kick a dog.
I
Look,
don't know. I'm just saying.
they're not for me, man.
I've talked to Izzy a little bit, and she doesn't get good vibes. I'm just saying.
Izzy's fine. I'll pet her head. Hi, Izzy. How you doing?
I mean, Jay, you're not aware of this. Mike's asked me if I want to bring my dogs over a couple times. And I don't know.
Jay's
Jay's
What's
got
wrong, Jay?
Yeah.
I've never met a guy who hates dogs. He loves cats, hates dogs.
To me, all it is, it's a big like red flag, huge, another fucking thing to do. You know, I've got 3 kids, I've got a family, I've got a bunch of shit to do. I don't want to take anyone else outside to take a shit. You know, I already have to take my kids outside to take a shit. No, I don't want that obligation. I just don't want that thing. And I don't want a big carcass in my living room. Because at some point it's gonna die, and I don't want our furry son dying in the middle of the living room, because that's what it becomes. It becomes like your kid.
It was devastating when Molly died. The one that would duck under the bridge.
I remember Molly.
No, you remember Maggie.
Oh, Maggie. Okay.
Yeah, Molly was when I was younger, and that was like my first introduction
duck under the bridge. Yeah, as you drove.
Yeah, when my dad was driving cross country from California to Michigan, the whole way just ducked under the bridges. Bump her head. She was the one that would go under the bed too, and anytime there's a thunderstorm or 4th of July, freaked out. But yeah.
I'm with you there, Mike. I had a Cocker Spaniel did the same thing. I think I might have told you a long time ago.
Ducked under bridges.
Ducked under bridges, yeah.
That's so funny.
It's hysterical.
I don't know if that's like, dude, you're a retard, or God, that's smart of you. I don't know what it is, if they're really dumb or really smart, but it's funny. Yeah, it's so funny. You never hear about that. Like, what happens when the thing drops dead?
I always think of the end game.
What's the end game here, guys?
It's the circle of life.
Although you got me stuck in my head now, because I started realizing that my cat that I have is going to be about 7 more years, and I've said that I'll never go without at least a cat the rest of my life. And you got that stuck in my head, because now I thought, well, I'm going to be about 36, maybe 37.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get another one.
And you're going to be 50 years old when it dies. Whoa! What? It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing when you think about the end game, because I do too, Jay. I think, oh, nice, you're a kitten. I get it.
Yeah.
In 20 years, dude, I'm going to be really fucking old.
Yeah.
Oh!
It's creepy.
Your
next cat, you're going to be almost 60 when it dies.
Dude, and
you're going to have to put it in your will.
There's a chance. There's a chance. I told somebody the other day that my goal is to eventually have a cat that I get him, and I say, dude, you're going to live longer than me.
Dude, if a cat lives 20 years and you get it at 37, you're 57 years old when it dies.
Oh, my God.
Your next cat, in a couple of years, you're going to get it in a couple of years?
Yeah, like.
You're going to be almost 60 when it goes. Maybe it'll be live long and prosper, and you'll be 60 when it goes.
I know.
I'll probably be dead.
I hate it,
long dead by
then.
then.
I hate it because I never thought about that until you brought it up.
That's all I can think of. I'm with Jay, though. The end game. You got to think of the end game.
You have to. Especially when you're getting a big dog. These big dogs. I mean, you got to, like... All right, Gab, you grab the front legs, I'll grab the back. I mean, you do one of these, like 1, 2, just open up the big storm door.
Dogs are gonna die.
Realize,
it's not gonna be like just.
He's just walking around catching frisbees and then boom, drops dead.
Right in the living room. Like,
they do kind
I realize a lot of people put them down because they have a lot of health issues or whatever.
You'd be one that would put a 5-year-old down.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh boy, he's not looking good. He's
he had a fever, Gab. I put him down. I didn't know what to do.
Soft stool there. I don't know why. No, dude.
Why are you going to your dog's stool?
No, but I mean, dogs die in the house. Write in if your dog's died in the house. Tell me if I'm wrong.
People
I don't
die
mean
in the house. We don't get rid of them too.
Dude, my grandma's gonna die in my house. Like, oh, that was kind of dark. Sorry.
That's weird.
Wait, your grandma lives with you too?
Yeah, she goes to her. That was dark.
Does she live in the basement with you?
I'm really worried about it, but I didn't mean to go that dark, dude.
No, that's all right.
But she does live at our house, and that's one of my biggest worries is that she's gonna die in the house, and it's gonna be like, oh, what if she dies in the living room, and that's where I watch all the TV.
The end game. You got to think about it.
Eric's thinking of the end
Before
game.
you bring Nana in, you got to think about it. You
Like,
got to put her in a Craftmatic so that we can.
But she's an old
have her
lady.
on the wheels.
She's an old lady. There's a possibility that she could die in her sleep. My dog probably isn't gonna die in his sleep.
Yeah, but
Dude, your dog's a
point
fucking living being too. You could die in its sleep.
But there's like most people.
Jay's point is good though. Before you guys brought Nana in, you should have considered the possibility of the end game.
Oh, trust me.
And if you don't bring Nana into that position,
wait, upstairs? Is she upstairs?
No, well, she can't walk upstairs.
Is she on a?
No,
she's on a first floor. She's on a main floor. Good. So you got her in like a hospital gurney kind of bed thing.
3 places she goes: the living room couch, the dining room couch, and then the computer room.
Wait. Dining room couch. The Fady house couch.
Anybody else?
No.
Anybody else find that weird?
No, just dining room couch.
Dining room couch.
Okay. Well, the room that most people will be consider as a dining room. Now we no longer.
Nana's sitting room.
Couch. You have a
She's got to sit, right? Does
Get
she
it.
knit? Does
And
she?
What's going on? Feel really bad.
Does she have money?
You don't even talk to Nana. You don't even talk to Nana, do you? Holy shit, he hasn't talked to Nana in years. When's the last time? When's the last time, you son of a bitch?
Tell me, was it shower last or talk to Nana last?
I've actually sat down and like tried to talk to her, or just like
You
just walking
son of a
by and her
bitch.
asking
Answer
me-
the question
Okay.
from the prosecution, please.
You live with Nana. When's the last time you sat with your Nana? Your dear Nana.
The woman who raised you, practically.
I'm kind of just always in and out to the house. I got stuff going on.
So you've never sat down and asked what was going on when she was young. You realize she was young like you at one point.
I
She probably's
know.
got some amazing
Here's the
stories.
thing,
She's
I
probably
don't-
a horrible racist. Probably be hilarious to talk to her.
She's just like she's got that point where she doesn't really know
She's
what's
like
going
Don
on.
Sterling.
She doesn't know who I
Even
am.
more fun. Sit
Yeah.
with Nana.
I
Play
know.
with it. Go
Yeah.
with it.
Jesus, you're making me feel bad because I
Put
do
it on
feel
video
bad.
and YouTube it so we can all have fun.
So the whole Detroit cast can enjoy it.
I do feel bad about this. Like the problem is like she's got it going down.
Oh yeah, your life is really going on. Nana's running low on time, and Eric's moving and a shaking.
We can't have anything bring this down. He's on a roll, man. Can't hold Eric
He ain't
back.
got time for showers or nanas, all that little things like that.
I swear to God, I actually feel really bad about it because like she used to be a big part of my life. Like I used to go to her house up
Oh, God,
north
Eric.
all the time, and she
Oh,
she
you'd
taught
use
me
her
to
and go to her
drive.
cottage. And now that you can't
Yeah.
use her anymore,
Yeah,
you're done with that.
she's-
That's
yeah,
part
it
of
used
your
to be a
life.
lot of fun.
I feel, dude, I struggle with this every day. That I shouldn't probably should sit down and start talking to her. She's not going to be here much longer. There's no question. It could be within a year. It could be whatever. And I don't really spend too much time with her.
Ah, jeez.
I feel bad.
Jay,
if it
you
makes
opened up something there.
I didn't mean to go.
Glad
so,
you
like,
went there.
Yeah.
Eric, you need to spend some time with Nana, and you need to videotape it. I think that's what we're learning here.
Maybe I'll do a little video of me talking to her.
Selfie, that'll scare the shit out of her. You could point
Well,
something at her.
sometimes she doesn't know who I am a lot.
Oh, boy. She probably would if you talked to her. You're a virtual stranger anyways. Why would she know who you are?
It's gotten. My mom would be so mad I'm talking about this, but it's gotten to the point where if my mom's gone sometimes, and I will have to
You
watch
punch
her.
Nana?
We'll have to watch her, so I'll sit. You have to make sure, like, you know, whatever.
Like what? Like what?
Well, if she gets up, you have to like make sure she doesn't like fall
Shit
or
herself.
stuff like that too.
It sucks.
And and she'll start asking me like,
You had to wipe Nana.
I have not had to do it, but I'm pretty sure some other members of my house may have.
Oh, that sucks. If I get to
but-
that point, just
That's what my dad always tells me. My dad, since I've been a kid, my dad used to tell me when I get to the point, because one time we went and saw, I think, one of his uncles, you know, in the home, and kind of, there'd be those guys that are like, they don't know where they are. My dad used to always tell me, dude, if I get to that point, call Dr. Jack, dude. And just
delete. Delete. I want to be deleted first.
Right.
First sign of like I can't hold it in myself.
Right.
Let me get a soft stool.
Soft stool. Delete.
I don't want no catheters. I don't want no getting blood drawn 5 times a day.
Yeah.
But anyway, I will say, like, I'll sit there sometimes and it'll get that trouble. Like, oh, I locked the. I'm like, Graham, you haven't lived at home in 6 years.
Oh man.
Hey, what
She's
is what
probably
it is.
scared of you. She doesn't even know who you
I
are.
know, just some guy walking around the house.
Oh.
I'm so gonna get railed on that probably for being an asshole, but
That's all right.
It's
You are an
hard.
asshole. Just
Right,
run with
I
it.
know.
Play with it.
What
Have
are we gonna
fun.
do? Hey, assholes get laid, right? I don't know.
Whoa, what?
I know.
Do they? I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I was here.
I always did, and I was an asshole. So.
See, there we go.
Just House. Silent over execution drug secrecy. What do you think is going on with our Supreme Court?
Oh, that was the Arizona one, right? The Arizona guy tried to get that day of his execution. 'cause
Yeah. Stall tactic, I'm
Yeah,
assuming,
totally,
right?
sure.
They go as far as they can. Wood was his name. Joseph Wood.
Yeah, this is the dude whose victim's family came on and did a great series of interviews just saying, so
Yeah.
what, it took 12 hours or whatever,
2
you know,
hours,
2
yeah.
hours. So what, he died? And yeah, okay, he fell asleep.
Gasped for air a couple
gasped for air,
times.
whatever, you know.
Yeah.
You should have seen my sister and my dad laying on the ground, you know,
Yeah.
blood all over the place, and they had
Yeah.
you know, a great series of interviews.
That was torture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the case we're talking about, which is referenced in here because it was the last one, the last execution to date. It's so funny reading some of these stats about this. He was unsuccessfully sought information about the drugs that would be used to kill him, and it sounds like the news to you. I know you know all this shit, but I don't know this stuff, and I don't pretend to know how it works. But it sounds like it gets up to the Supreme Court, and they just kind of go, yeah, whatever. The lower courts decided what they decided, so deal with it, my man.
Yeah.
And they're not going to jump in and rule on something
unless they're ready. Yeah, they take what they want to take. They don't have to take anything.
Yeah.
So they grant cert on whatever case they want. Has the facts that's necessary to really say what they want to say on it. They won't take it, and so they the lower court, which is a court of appeals, I think it was the Ninth Circuit, their ruling stood.
Yeah. Well, I think for that one they had a court rule.
Or no, maybe this is one where they took it and they reversed the stay. I think the Ninth Circuit might have.
There was a court that said, how did this go? There was a court that said one thing, another court came in and trumped that, and then they came back and said, no, the first judge was sound in his decision,
did rule
and
on
they
this
reversed
one.
it. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, they did rule on this one. They said the Ninth Circuit was crazy. I remember that because the Ninth Circuit is crazy.
Is that the San Francisco one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they did. They said, no, you're off.
The first judge was fine.
The trial court judge was fine. That goes.
But it sounds like a lot of these legal experts and death penalty experts are making noise like, boy, we haven't really heard anything from superheroes or something, you know? With Ruth Ginsburg.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Yeah. But it sounds like, and you've brought this up too, Jay, which I love, talking about how you vote.
Yeah.
Because of how they appoint justices.
Yeah, vote for presidents. Yeah, you pick a president based on who you want to see in federal court positions.
Because those are lifetime appointed jobs.
Yeah.
And one guy can swing it.
Oh yeah.
Like they're split, and
the country's policy will turn, can turn based on who's being appointed, to federal courts. So
yeah,
you might not agree with everything candidate X or Y says or whatever. Well, guess what? Candidate X or Y aren't going to get everything they say done anyway because Congress is there to stifle them.
Right, which we're seeing right now.
What will happen unequivocally is they will appoint federal judges. They're going to appoint district court, circuit court, and Supreme Court justices. And those guys are there for life.
And they get shit done.
Yeah.
And they make the laws of the land. I mean, they rule on something and it's done.
It shapes society, you know. Abortion is legal because the Supreme Court said so.
Yeah. Death penalty is currently legal because the Supreme Court says so.
And it's shaped in certain ways because the Supreme Court has said it's shaped. So it's huge.
It is huge. I can't believe more people don't talk. Maybe they do, and I just don't hear it. But that's such a great way to look at it because presidents will say anything to get elected.
Absolutely.
They'll tell you anything you want to hear. And they just can't get shit done.
It's a log jam, and it's just everybody pushing and pulling. And
which
but
we're seeing now.
Does get done.
Yeah.
They do get appointed, and they handle their caseload.
For life.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that's like crazy about it.
Yeah.
These old fuckers are in there for life.
Yeah.
And they don't retire at 65.
No.
They stay. So yeah, it's a big deal. But it sounds like Ruth Ginsburg talked to the AP last week, and because of all this, there's another guy that they're killing on Wednesday. They can't wait.
Oh, really?
In Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna whack this motherfucker.
Wait,
on
is this the guy that was the holdout from before? What's his name?
Will you remember if I say his name?
Yeah. Is it Chambers or something like that?
Maybe.
There were two guys. Remember, the one guy struggled, and it was an awful execution a couple months ago.
Yes.
Ready to go. He was like waiting in the hall, and they came out and they were like,
totally.
We're going to delay this.
If that is the same guy, because I totally remember that story. We talked a lot about it. I don't.
And Missouri's one of the top execution states.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it here. Shit, because there is a point. Anthony Kennedy struck down the law because it contravenes our nation's commitment to dignity. The story language. So Ginsburg cautioned not to read too much into the absence of public dissent when the court rejects 11th hour appeals to stop executions when a stay is denied. It doesn't mean we are in fact unanimous. So it sounds like they're like a split vote, and
Sure.
there's who's the decider.
Yeah, Kennedy usually decides. It's 5-4.
Right.
4, Democrats, as you'd say, and then 4 Republicans / conservatives, and then Kennedy sort of falls in the middle, and he oftentimes swings it.
Yeah.
It says here that you've got the guy that was botched was Clayton Lockett.
Okay.
And then Bucklew is this other guy's name.
Is that the one on Wednesday? Bucklew?
That's what I'm thinking. Russell Bucklew.
No, that doesn't sound familiar.
That doesn't sound
I might have the
familiar
wrong
either.
story, but it sure looks like it might be, though. But anyway, I'll look into it some more.
Okay. The number of death penalty prosecutions also has been dropping in large part because of the availability of lifetime prison sentences with no possibility of parole. They say that there are so few death penalties that actually get pushed through that it's not much of a deterrent anymore for these people, which is sad. Should be a deterrent. The death penalty should be a big deterrent. It's hard to argue that the death penalty is much of a deterrent. We're having 15 to 20,000 homicides a year, 30 to 40 executions. The likelihood of being executed is so low that it calls into question the purpose of it.
Yeah, can you imagine, like, before you pull a trigger, you're out there, you're Joe Hoodlum, you're about to murder and rape this person or whatever. Like, you're gonna think, you know what, I might not do this because I might be killed ultimately. I might get the death penalty. Dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't come into your mindset.
It doesn't.
It's all punishment, right? It's all like eye for an eye.
Yeah.
Really.
I think the best one of all was, I hate that I mix these up, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. I think it was Chappelle, but it might have been, no, it was Chris Rock. Chris Rock did a routine about that, about how you stop all the murders and blah, blah, blah. He said, make bullets $5,000 a piece. No more stray bullets.
Oh, shit.
You'll be taking that bullet back.
Yeah.
I think you got something that belongs to me. You will not have any more innocent bystanders getting shot by stray bullets if they're $5,000 a piece.
That's a good point.
It is a good point. Because, yeah, I agree that your people are not thinking, oh, my God, this could kill me.
No.
I kill this guy, and I'm going to end up getting killed for it.
Does not even go through their head.
No.
Not a once.
Mm-mm. Since, 1972, 1,385 inmates have been executed in 34 states, more than a third of those in Texas. It sounds like they're getting close, though, to a day, sooner than later, where they might do away completely with the death penalty. Do you see that day coming? I mean, it's hard to say, but
yeah,
I guess because you mentioned Kennedy is the swing vote on this, and I guess he's had some rants recently.
Is that right?
That kind of are tipped to the experts, look at like tipping his hand a little bit as to which way he's leaning on some of this stuff, and it makes it sound like it's not much of a deterrent anyways. We've got lifetime imprisonment, no chance of parole.
Yeah.
So do we really need to be doing this and kind of take it off the? I don't understand why. Why? What's the problem? The problem that we have is the fact that it takes you fucking assholes 35 years to kill someone. That's the problem.
You're right, man.
The other problem, because the other thing is, if you just did it right and went, oh, death sentence? Okay, tomorrow. Boom! Done! End of debate. No more arguing. No, don't put them in prison for 30 years and let them go through the shit trial and appeals. Due process. Fuck them. If I know that you killed 2 people, I don't want it to be sketchy and like, I don't want to hear on 2020 like, there's DNA evidence that proves he didn't do it. No, if we know that you're that guy and you did that shit tomorrow,
I don't want to hear Eddie Vedder start arguing about it.
No, I don't want Bruce Springsteen wasting 1 second on stage talking about your ass. If we know for sure you did it, tomorrow at noon, boom, done. End of story.
Did we settle that we would do firing squad?
We can do firing squad. That's fine. I'm in.
Or head removal. Head removal. It was,
I love head removal.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to go. It's better than toe removal. A long removal is quick. It's kind of ugly.
Maybe you do toe removal though, just to
just for fun. If they're a real prick.
First time.
Yeah, if we stop putting, because the fact is, when they go to jail for 35 years before you end up killing them and making it a big case and Eddie Vedder singing about it, before we get to a shitload of money, our money, spent millions of dollars feeding them and keeping them up, letting them run rampant in the jails and be pricks every day.
Impregnate chicks.
Yeah,
they
getting
get more
tons of
more
pussy.
ass than Eric for sure.
More than most people, let alone Eric.
So it's gonna come back to me. I don't know why.
Because you don't get pussy as much as inmates do. That's why.
That's true.
You don't talk to your grandma, Jesus.
And then we've got on the kind of in the same zone, in my opinion, the president earlier this week coming out and talking about the treatment of the terrorists, and we tortured some folks. We tortured some folks.
Tortured some folks.
We tortured some folks.
That's his phrase. Tortured some folks.
Fire and hung.
It's amazing.
God, you and I have talked about this, Jay. There are
for that length of time, and he's big time against this because they'll do it to us. Well,
yeah.
Guess what? They'll do it to us anyway. And
do you think they're watching what we're doing over here? Oh, they got one.
Everything.
Fuckers, you're fucked. They electrocuted his balls. You're paying for it. No,
that's A. And then B, just don't say anything. Of course, everybody's going to assume, oh, they did that. Yeah, they've got some cell in Egypt where everybody's, fingernails are being plucked out one by one. They're assuming that. The world's assuming that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just don't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Just
ignore.
Keep it gray. Keep it gray. Why come out and say, we tortured some folks?
We tortured some folks. We did. Shut up. Stop
really?
it.
Just shut up about it. Just torture some folks and shut the fuck up.
You're not the one that has to do the torturing anyways. And then to come out right afterwards and go, well, the position our guys were in, it was that's why we're not bringing charges. Well, if you're not bringing
guarantee that torture saved American lives.
I do
Unquestionably.
too. They claim it didn't, and that's bullshit.
That's
torture, not pulling off fingernails and lighting ball hair on fire. None of them went, oh, okay, I'll tell you where Machmed is and where the bomb is.
Right.
No, none of them did. Sure, didn't save any lives.
Yeah.
Bullshit. You probably all fucking went, Brugdal! It's Brugdal's dad!
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Just don't light my ball hairs. It's Brugdal's dad!
Oh, that's stinky. It's stinky.
Jesus Christ! How long it took me to grow that? Look at his beard. It's obvious. Speaking the language, for Christ's sake. Oh, President, shut up. No one asked you.
Yeah. Why is this? Why now? Why? Just shut up.
20 years down the road, we tortured some folks.
We tortured some folks.
All right, going away for 5 weeks. Peace out.
Going golfing now. We tortured some folks. Fucker.
But I'm not mad at them. I understand they were put in a tough position back in 9/11. Why am I doing like a half Bill Clinton, half fucking? Oh God. Why don't we take a quick time out?
Take a break. I gotta piss.
Do you?
Yeah.
You look like you
good to
gotta
know.
piss. Yeah, I did too. Want to cross streams?
I really
Sword
don't.
fight?
I really
Okay.
don't.
All right, I'll go upstairs then. We'll be back in just a minute.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
I hope you had a hell of a piss.
All right, welcome back to the Detroit Cast Monday show. I am your host, Mike. Jay is here. Timko is here. Eric is here. The whole group is here back again after the guys did a wonderful job holding down the fort while I was away. Everything's okay. Thank you for your concern. We do have a few things to get to. Lots more death and destruction all over the world. And Eric had some interesting dates. Is that the right word?
Kind of, I guess.
Kind of?
Depends on definition of a full definition of it. What does the "is" mean? You know?
We haven't even touched on the big game yesterday either.
Which I was at.
Were you at the?
He was
game
at a
on
Tiger
Saturday?
game. We're talking about that soccer game. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Never
Fuck,
mind.
that's the second time this has happened today.
Over the
I came down here. I'm like, yeah, the game. You know, I wanted to go, but you know, I ended up I couldn't get tickets. This and that. He's like, oh, I went. I'm like, no, dude, not the Tiger game, the soccer game. So we already reset this once.
Oh, Jesus.
We've now spent time.
Did you see
resetting
the email I sent trying to get tickets? By the way, I don't know if it
remember.
went through. I sent a big request for you and I to go to that. Because I finally found the guy who was the contact for that.
Oh, okay.
Last minute.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I never heard back. My email's not working. I have a feeling the email was never sent.
Oh my God.
Dude, I so had tickets for that. And I'm so pissed. We would have been on the fucking field for that game.
Well,
yeah.
Next time maybe, yeah.
And I was bored as shit watching it. Did you watch it? Of course you watched it.
No, I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch
it? I was busy, dude. I was busy with family stuff.
On
all
Saturday?
weekend. All weekend.
Oh my God.
Got a family, Mike.
But your
I've got
family
kids.
loves soccer.
I know, but
that's encouraging. That's good to hear.
Dude, while you've been gone, me and Jay knows this. I've been watching some soccer, like
Really?
MLS.
Wasn't that like a preseason or some
It's
bullshit over the
friendly.
weekend?
It was
Yeah.
He was watching Premier League team.
Game. Your boys are here right now playing the
FIFA.
For the PS4, the FIFA 2014 game, which looks amazing.
Yeah.
From what we started video games out with Pong and it's crazy how realistic it is. But it drives me nuts whenever I fire that game up because it pops up with all the different leagues, and you can choose whichever one you want to go to. There are 50 leagues.
You're right, there are. And that's,
what is the deal with that? That's like there are two. It's easy.
Well, pay attention to the Champions League. It blends them all.
Really?
I'll just leave it at that. I won't bore everybody, but yeah, they draw like the best of the best. So Champions League is pretty interesting. But
really.
Yeah.
So what, like the Premier League and this league and that league and that?
Lots of people watch the English Premier League because those teams you sort of know: Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool,
Real Madrid. Is that in there?
No, that's the Spanish league.
All right.
Which Real played Man U at at U of M, which you're just mentioning.
Which was weird seeing, by the way, the big house all red.
Yeah.
Looked like a Buckeye game.
109,000.
Yeah, biggest crowd ever for a U.S.
soccer game.
Game.
There we go. Timko pulled it up. Wow. Looks awesome.
Yeah, I was bored to tears watching it. I was absolutely bored to tears. Ronaldo got on the field, though.
You're an American. That's fine.
Yeah, but I played soccer for 15 years, Jay, competitively.
Well, how can you not appreciate the nuances then? Because I get it. If somebody's just sitting down and they go, it's not enough scoring, there's not enough opportunity.
Yeah.
How can you not appreciate what these guys are doing?
No, I can totally appreciate their skill level.
Well, then why are you bored to tears?
I was bored to tears. It's just like pass here, pass there, pass here, pass here. It's just, I don't know. I was watching it like, okay, I'm going to watch it. I'll check it out. I got into the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a problem with that. And I didn't find myself bored. I found myself bored watching that game, especially when I knew it was like a fucking preseason game or something. It didn't matter.
Even 3-1 though. I mean, you saw 4 goals if you watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I saw
more
all the
than
goals.
you usually see. You usually see 1 or 2.
Yeah, and there was a bicycle kick that was pretty sweet. And there's no doubt the skill is incredible in the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
The skill level of those guys. If people ball 30 yards and on a dime stop that thing at their foot, or a chest.
Or one time it into a corner. You know?
Yeah. Let alone the shots. Yeah. It's utterly incredible. The skill level, I cannot deny. I've played the sport. It is not easy at you from 20 yards away.
Add to that you're running about 8 miles a
and you've got the best of the best in the world coming at you to take that ball from you, and you're dropping it on a dime across the field. It's utterly incredible, and I was still bored to tears. I don't know, man.
That's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Like
you don't want me as a fan.
I don't want anybody else. I got it. It's mine.
That's how I feel about titties.
Oh, you're late to the game on titties. Everybody's got titties.
I know, but I'm reading a report. More babies are nursing than ever. Yeah. It's like, hey, get your own titties, baby. Those are mine. Point. You know what I mean? Like, hey, whoa, I've had these have been mine alone for years.
It's very odd that those are what those are for. It's very strange.
It is.
When you see your wife breastfeeding your kid for the first time, it is a very strange. There's jealousy.
I would imagine.
A little bit of rage. No.
Talk about how they're really. They've got these titty specialists in the hospital who really encourage the breastfeeding. I'm like, well, to who? The husband? Because the baby's.
It is like not all. I have two, but listen.
It's
babies,
not that hard.
Babies are new. They're new to the world. And
well, then they don't deserve the nuances of a titty.
I agree. Look, you're preaching to the choir here. It's seriously, these consultants are needed to teach the mom and the baby how to latch on a lot of times.
It's a 1-day-old. What are you going to teach it? Mine's not even there yet.
I know.
I mean, don't latch.
Boob, and they start whipping the nipple across the baby's face. It's hilarious.
That's
no, really. The baby's like laying there, and they're just whipping the nipple across its face, and the baby's like, looks like a little drunk guy. It starts to go, finally he gets it, and everybody's, oh, good, yeah, you got it, yeah. He lost the latch. Then they do it again. They're like, just whipping this titty across the baby's face.
I know. Can you believe that shit? There's the lactation experts, consultants. Yeah, I mean, it's like, what are the qualifications for that? Any one of us in here,
you know,
could
what?
Teach a kid.
Remember, we called my cousin Brandy when we were milking Eric.
Yeah.
And she would have at it with you there, Jay. She would not take too kindly to that comment.
Well, I thought it was hilarious, these lactation experts. So it just seemed like, who doesn't know how to latch onto a titty? Come on, if you got a slow kid, I mean, whatever.
1-day-olds, they don't. Right? Am I wrong on this, Timko?
You're not wrong on that, but it's just I think all of us are very qualified.
Oh yeah, I'd say we're all experts.
I've latched on this.
3 of us are experts.
I've done it in the last 2 days. I've latched on a titty. It was easy. It was, and I was good at it too. Seriously, I did not lose the latch, not even for a second.
Even though the latchy is like fighting it off, like that's enough. That's enough.
Yeah,
you know?
she was, but I stood strong and I held that latch. I didn't lose the latch, not at all.
It's important.
I can switch and relatch and not lose it either. Double latch.
Well, here's another thought too, man. One boob runs out of milk, you got to switch over to the other. You ever thought of that one?
Yeah, I mean the milk jug
goes dry. There's a lot that goes into this, Mike. There's a lot that goes into this.
In the state where nearly 7 in every 1,000 babies die before their first birthday, they've got efforts to promote breastfeeding in hospitals. This.
Wait, what?
They want you to share your titties, guys. They want you sharing your titties with your own kids.
Yeah.
That's gross.
It is. It's strange.
I mean, seriously. I don't. There's not. Like, if I had a kid, I wouldn't want to share. I'd share everything with him except my titties. Like, come on, man.
Here's a serious consideration. Think about this.
That's what bottles are for.
No, you hear about women who can't breastfeed for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe they've got a disease or something where they're communicable. They don't want to pass it on.
Still works for me.
Or they're whatever. They just can't breastfeed. So they have like a surrogate breastfeeder.
Oof.
Like, does that seem really
odd? Just a bit.
I don't know, man. Breast milk seems like there's something special there that only the mom can,
and the kid, maternal.
Joe Blow, Craigslist, you know.
Yeah. I need some titty milk, quick.
Yeah.
Anyone will do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would seem like that's a personal thing when they're talking about 7 kids dying out of 1,000. You would think that that's between me and you. Like, you don't bring a.
No.
You know.
I totally agree. But I'm
foreign
sure
titty
people out
into
there are
the
going,
mix?
yeah, my sister was, she was lactating at the same time. Sure, she fed little Bobby, whatever. Dude, people do this.
God, I know. These are circles you run in that I'm just not familiar with. This is so foreign to me.
Yeah.
It really is. Health experts say one of the best ways to fortify a baby against a world full of disease is with mom's milk. In 2013, 3 of 4 babies born in Michigan were breastfed at least once. That's why they gave up after that. Like, fuck that. Get out of here, you.
No, it goes along with what I'm saying.
Jealous?
Husbands got jealous, or it just didn't work. Really, like a lot of people struggle getting their kids to latch on the boob.
Oh man, if you can't get the kid to latch,
Yeah.
I mean,
What kind of future?
good luck in
does
the
he
future.
have?
Yeah, that's troubling. I mean, good luck sending Junior to school on day one.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
You can turn around and walk home. The first 48 hours are critical, they say. I'm assuming they're talking about the husband and not the baby. Because the kid's, again, he's 1 day old. He's still, I mean, he's going.
Oh, good phrase. I love
Right?
it, dude.
Huh?
How'd you know about that? Wow.
Well versed in this stuff.
Pulled
Jay.
that shit out of nowhere.
Meconium.
Oh, is that gross? That stuff's gross.
Do I want to know?
Yeah, for Eric, go ahead. Explain the meconium.
It's basically what they've ingested while they've been in the womb is coming out of them, and it's just like, it's tar. It's like black tar. And then, dude, check this out. When they start breastfeeding, their crap comes out with like little seeds. It looks like sesame seeds.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
See, I've never shit sesame seeds after latching.
Yeah, you have after sucking on your mom's boob.
No.
Pat.
That was my dad's. That was for Bob. That was not. I didn't take that from him. Just didn't do it.
You sucked on your mom's boob.
As you did. Your mom's
hey,
boob.
don't get me into this with your mom, all right? All right, I love your mom. She's great, but
I'm going to ask Cheryl about your latching skills.
Yeah, I want to know that, Jay.
I got a good mind to call Cheryl right now and ask her about Jay Little. In Grosse Pointe. That's designation by Baby Friendly USA as hospitals that have met criteria as baby friendly means dropping well-worn practices that interfere with babies learning to nurse, moving their baby to a nursery rather than staying with the mother or giving breastfeeding baby pacifiers. That's what you do. Pacifiers. That's how you do it, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, then you just stick it in the mouth. There's
you keep the boob for yourself,
right.
Baby.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Hey, he got through the process, the birthing process, and he's onto his thing, and you get your titties back. I thought this was pretty basic stuff, right? God damn.
Your wife's big milk-filled titties. You get them back.
That's right.
Yeah, but then you watch, Jay, you know this obviously, what newborns will put in their mouth. They'll reject a tit, you know what I mean? But they'll put your sock, the cat's tail, anything it can get its hands on in its mouth.
You're right, man.
But it denies the tit.
Yeah.
Well, this hospital, they said, oftentimes it's routine. Let's give the baby a bottle and let mom sleep. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hello.
Sounds good.
Seems perfect. Apparently some people think that's bad, and they're dropping that practice. Whatever. In 2010, about 55% of moms breastfed before leaving St. John. By last month, about 80% of moms breastfeed. They're pushing this shit on people. This seems forced. And mothers who have prenatal training began breastfeeding at St. John and attend breastfeeding support groups.
What?
Wait a minute.
What the hell?
There are groups that get around. The first time my kid latched, it didn't go so well. He got milk in his eye and he cried for an hour. Thank God for the support group.
How do you guys feel about the whole public thing, breastfeeding in public?
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime you can see a titty, right?
Hey, anytime you can see. No guy's going to turn down a glance, right?
Eric, any problem with it?
Honestly, I think it's weird, dude. Like, I don't mind. I like seeing titties, like the next guy.
It's a scene-stealing moment. It really is a scene stopper.
It's just weird to me when I'm sitting there, and I don't know if I've only seen it maybe once or twice in real life, someone doing it, and it's like,
it's a shock. It's a shock when you see someone just whip one out like that.
It's funny. There's so many women out there who would go, it shouldn't be a shock.
Well,
it's the most natural thing ever.
Especially when like a 6-year-old latches.
Yeah, those are the best.
Then just walk around topless all the time. Then what's the difference?
Yeah. Well, they should.
Right.
They should.
No, I love those 6-year-old ones where it's like, mom, I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
Mother, I'm thirsty. May I have a breast,
in the room
please?
and just jumps
Comes
on.
roller skating up, rides her 2-wheeler in.
He's sitting here like this. He's doing his homework. Just
doing his algebra.
Algebra.
Working out some things.
X1 plus X2 is...
Mom, 2 negatives equal a positive, right? Is that in multiplication or in addition? Just multiplication. Okay, good.
Hey, Mom, what number president was Ben Franklin?
There was no Ben Franklin president. Even I know that, and I'm still sucking on titties.
You only knew it because you
Any dumb fucker knows that.
Did you hear about this couple that was married 62 years and then died 4 hours apart?
What the heck, man? That's amazing.
It is kind of amazing.
And it happens from time to time. You see this every year or so where there's these couples like this, but I'm not sure I ever saw 62 years. I've seen Maxine.
When did they get?
I wonder.
Christ, Eric. They die within 4 hours of each other. It's absolutely beautiful. The story is beautiful, Melissa Sloan, the couple's granddaughter, said. They met at a bowling alley and were inseparable ever since. When did they meet at the bowling alley, Eric?
Fuck you. God damn it.
You asked the question.
I swear to God, I felt like
I just reacted.
I was like pretty verbal last week. I thought I wasn't horrible. I didn't jump all over my words. Fucking first day, Lance Armstrong on the Earth. When they die.
On the Earth, moon, whatever.
Never mind. 62 years ago at the bowling alley.
In the break, we were talking about how fun it would be to set Eric and Jay up on The Amazing Race. I think you guys would be kicked off The Amazing Race within a week because you would kill him.
Fucking tree, Eric. No! Get up the tree, you smelly son of a bitch.
You would kill him.
Yeah.
You'd
like rickshaws.
Jay, I
I'd
swear
be on
to
a
God,
rickshaw with the motherfucker.
Dude,
God damn it!
Jay doesn't like. I'm not trying to get too animated about this, but Jay doesn't even. All Jay knows about me is kind of maybe I don't take showers too often. Maybe I'm a little. Dude,
that's all I know about you. I've been sitting here with you for 2 months, dude. I know a lot more about you.
The me that's when you're sitting here in a situation like that, dude, I'm nonstop. You remember, dude? I'd be getting up there at. Joey would have to yell at me at 4:30 or 5:30 in the morning, and I'd be there. I'd just start.
Shut up at all.
Like I'm just nonstop.
I had to leave a football game with him because I couldn't stand him anymore.
Right.
I had to leave a game at halftime.
Yeah. Like it's not.
And he sat there by himself, just. Enjoy the game, Eric. I'm out of here.
Hey, all I know is the people next to me love me, dude. They were giving me hugs.
They did. The better they got, the more they loved you.
So he
doesn't score.
So he doesn't even know. Like you would be dog, dude. My friends. There's a long running joke. Like they can hand me for a few hours, and then it's like they pass me off to another friend after a few hours.
Yeah, it wouldn't work. We wouldn't win. We'd lose.
Oh my God. Well, we're still gonna sign you guys up. Sorry. I think that would be
make a video.
Hilarious.
A tryout video.
We've only got a couple minutes left here, so I did want to touch on something you guys talked about last week, which I thought was a great conversation about the chip that they're putting in the shoulder pads of NFL players. And I don't know, 17 or 15 stadiums.
And they're going to track them. Yeah, they're going to track their speed and distance and all that shit, and they're going to make the data available to fans. So it's just kind of an added, fan enjoyment type of thing. Which why not, man?
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner.
Nobody. It's no worse the wear for it. It's not like the glow puck or something where it's going to piss people off. If you don't want the information, don't look at it.
My grandpa loved the glow puck.
Did he really?
Well, he couldn't see shit. So you could see it on the boards glowing along. It's gay. It sucked. But I thought you brought up, I was so proud of you, Jay, because you brought up something that I've thought forever. Fuckers spot in football, and you've got some 70-year-old guy going, I think I'm here, and just plopping a ball down when it means all the difference in the world. And I've thought this forever, but I don't think we've ever talked about it. And when I heard fucking field and chip the ball.
Yeah.
Hello?
Be done with it.
Yeah, we've got first down markers, which they always have to tell us aren't accurate. Yeah, they look pretty accurate to me.
I'm not sure if the nose of the ball crossed the plane. Well, check the data.
Yeah, there's a line that'll show up every time where the
Chip will
ball
tell
is.
you.
It'll never lie. Chip the whole perimeter of the ball. We'll never have to guess again and go to the replay about whether it crossed the goal line.
Yeah, it's not like baseball where it's sort of charming to have an ump fuck up balls and strikes,
which
you know?
isn't.
Yeah, for some
whatever.
reason though, they pretend it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the NFL and college football, this shit. There's a lot of money riding on every game.
Yeah.
People give a shit about every game. Every game matters so much, and every spot of the ball matters, man. And,
it matters a lot.
And I'd say probably 75% of games have at least one spot where they're wrong and it really mattered. You know, where you as the fan are sitting there, no, and boom, that possession is blown up, or it goes the other way, it helps you or hurts you, whatever.
And it's not 75%; it's 100% of
yeah,
games.
Yeah, probably is.
It's 100% of games
where it matters to the end score, though. That's what I'm saying. Some are blowouts, and it doesn't end up mattering to who won it.
But who knows? Those games change on a possession. Yeah. They just do.
Be done with it. Chip the ball.
Yeah.
Clear the field.
And we see it all the time, and it's one of those things because of the nature of the cameras in the stadium. You down the line camera angle where you can really see it anyways, and there's usually a mass of bodies in those particular plays. They're very, very hard to overturn, even though every eyeball in America went, that's a shit spot.
Yeah.
We all see it. And for a game that has billions and billions of dollars riding on every single game, there's only 16 games in a season.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing this thing where we're acting like we don't have the technology to make this right. It's retarded.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing ever. So before you do the shoulder pad bullshit, how about you get the basics done? God damn it. It's infuriating. I'm serious.
You're exercised.
How many times have you seen this in a game? I am exercised. You see this in a game. You're watching, and your team goes for it. They're going on third down, and it's 3rd and inches, and it looks like you made it by, 14 feet, and yet some idiot comes in and spots it 2 inches. And then they got to make the decision. Well, do we challenge this, and some asshole's not going to have a good enough view, so we're going to lose our challenge for the game? Mm-hmm. So no, what do? You bring on the punting team.
Yep.
And now you're at midfield punting away instead of 1st and 10. And it matters. It was a big deal. And the next day you can go, yeah, well, that freaking possession in the 3rd was bullshit.
Yep.
We all do it. It's infuriating. So
obviously. Tell us how you really feel.
You don't want me to tell you how I really feel. Couple emails, and then we'll get. Do you have a couple emails, by the way, Jay, over there? I got a couple to read.
I do. You want to start?
Sure. I thought this email was fucking hilarious last week. I thought it was hilarious. I was just curious about how Jay being an attorney feels about the Bernstein family. My brother's an attorney and says that they are nothing more than pimps. They never work a case. I don't expect you to answer any of this, by the way, Jay. You are a professional, and I'm the asshole, so let me have fun. They just have an assload of lawyers working for them, and they pawn off all the cases to them while they get their pimp cut and fuck their no-fee guarantee.
What he's describing there is basically the business model of every law firm. Partners feed shit to associates, and the partners take a cut.
But you're never going to see Sam in court representing some slip and fall victim.
Probably not. And also what you're not going to see are things that are referred to other lawyers. So just know that on the plaintiff side, you might think you have a great case, and you might go to one lawyer, and he might, there's just something. He'll refer it to someone else down the chain.
Yeah.
So there's a whole chain.
Really.
And I'll say this. I remember getting certain cases. A complaint would be filed. My client would come to me, the corporate client, and say, "Hey, we got this complaint filed. Handle it for us." And I'd look at who's representing the plaintiff, and I went, "Oh shit, boy, did that fall down the Plinko board?" You know what I mean? Just
really?
Boom, 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 boom. That had to be like
some bottom feeder ended up with it.
Yeah,
yeah.
And so that happens.
I love how you lawyers, every lawyer, and for some reason I know a lot of you lawyers. Lawyers, I'll get you for this, lawyer. Every lawyer I know talks about the bottom feeders, and you guys all know who they are
with disdain,
and it's so funny. It's like, oh, Charlie's got the case. Boy, oh boy, did that go nowhere.
Oh, it's incredible, man.
Yeah, and they're just
Literally.
Hilarious.
Give me $1,000 and we'll go away. You're like, wow, okay.
Okay, we can do that.
No, but then where were you going? The no fee guarantee?
Yeah, the no fee guarantee, which is their big slogan. It's like a fast food restaurant or something.
Yeah, that's contingency is all that is.
No lawyer, and he says here, no lawyer charges if they don't recover. Like the no fee guarantee is like with every lawyer, right?
Well, plaintiff side, yeah. Plaintiff side, you're usually representing the little guy who doesn't have enough money to pay you hourly.
Yeah.
Which the defense side usually gets. You're representing a company, so they're paying you hourly.
Right.
Totally different business model. Plaintiff lawyers are swinging for the fences. They want that $2 million judgment, and they get a third of it. They take a third of whatever they get for you.
Yeah.
So if that's $1,000, if it's $100 million, they get a third.
Right.
And so that's how they get you to come aboard. They say, look, no money out of your pocket, and of course,
and they
the
cherry
person's
pick
gonna
the
do it.
cases they'll take.
Of course.
So they look at your case
Yeah.
and they decide, can I win this case? If they think they can,
they'll take it and they'll run with it, and they'll be fine investing time in it. But that's the trick. That's the tough thing about that business model, is being able to recognize what a good case and what a bad case is, because you could spin your wheels on 10 bad cases, end up collecting a total of $2,000. It's like, wow, good
you've
luck
wasted
putting
months.
Food on the table. I mean,
Yeah.
you're fucked. So you've got to be really discerning in what cases you
See,
take.
I would think that would be easy to tell. If you've got a big target that has a lot of money and you've got a guy that truly was kind of fucked over.
Yeah, there's a lot of red flags that go up when people say, well, I've got this claim, and a lot of people come to me even though I don't handle that side.
Yeah.
Just friends of friends or whatever, and they'll come to me and I'll just be like, dude, sorry, but nobody's going to take this case because of X, Y, and Z.
Really?
You can usually see it a mile away.
But you would think they would hear that from any lawyer for the most part.
Yeah, well, no.
Because the lawyer's not interested in not making money.
He's not, but a lot of them will be willing to file something and then look for a quick settlement. And try not to. But the trick then is not to oversell to your client, because this poor client is just going, fuck, I don't know, my knee hurts, my knee's fucked up and I can't work.
Yeah.
And so if this lawyer takes the case,
he wants to go away in a week, make $1,000.
Yeah, but the client wants $1 million.
Yeah.
So it's a real tricky thing being on that side. Yeah.
That's scary. Anyway, they make it sound like they invented this shit. He's talking about the no fee guarantee.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is I love the Tigers, but now I am forced not to watch their games on TV anymore because I'm sick of their stupid-ass commercials. They sit there and suck each other's dick while the retarded one is staring at the wall. Yes, I know he's blind, but he looks like a fucking yard. And the Mongoloid sister drools while looking like Andre the Giant's offspring. Can I sue them for destroying Tiger baseball and getting me all when I see their ugly mugs every 2 seconds? Eric can suck my rusty sheriff's badge. Chris, fucking hilarious. Yes, I hear, and I don't, Jay, honestly, I don't expect you to comment on the Burns family. By the way, this is going to be the Radio for One Call Sam Studios soon, hopefully.
Really?
I'd sell it to the Bernsteins. Fuck yeah. Welcome to Radio for One Call Sam Studios. Yeah, it drives me nuts too watching Tiger games. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
It's like the Call Sam Studios. Yeah. Oh, it's time for a Call Sam Play of the Game. The Call Sam Play of the Game. Call Sam Call of the Game, they said today. I got a Call Sam Call of the Game. Do you realize how dumb that sounds? And really, all of a sudden, SEMO and everybody's really on board with the Bernsteins? Holy shit. It's obnoxious. It's like... it is. It's obnoxious. Stop it. Stop punching us in the face with it every 2 seconds. We get it. You're sponsoring the team. Whatever. Comerica Park. The bank sponsors the park. We don't have to. Comerica Park Call of the Day. The Comerica this.
And who's the chick? Jumana Keiru? Is that the Billboard chick? Yeah, the blonde. Jumana Keiru.
What?
Oh, you're the one who said you never seen her.
No.
She's on every bus. She's on billboards all over the place.
Who is she?
I don't believe she's on TV, but that's her right there. Timko pulled it up. That's the shot you'll see everywhere.
Oh, she's just is she a bottom feeder?
She looks like the Muppet chick. There
yeah,
she is.
She does. Oh
she
my
looks
God.
exactly like the Muppet chick.
She does. Wow. The chick in the band with the big lips and eyes. Oh my God, I have seen that. Injured 866. You're right. Yeah. I've seen that. Wow. Yeah, I've mentioned it before, that 800 I Sue Big.
I know.
Dude, that's an embarrassment to the field. Seriously, when you have I Sue Big as your phone number off the billboard on 75.
And if you've got a serious injury, really, you're going to call that,
But they do.
It's amazing.
Any guy that rolls his ankle on some guy's yard fucking calls I Sue Big Guy.
Yeah.
And that guy gets cases for it.
Hey, how do you like these pearly whites?
Oh, yeah. I've been calling...
It's the second Pacu, or Pacu, whatever.
I've been calling Beth a Pacu fish for
It's fucking amazing. I've seen way worse teeth than that on humans.
Oh, my God,
I mean,
yes.
a little bit of floss, he's all set.
He could go for than that.
Not too bad.
He's living in water. I mean, probably either.
No, they look great.
They look amazingly
Those
good.
bicuspids?
Yeah, he's probably had some work done. Last week.
Little floss, and he's good. Like you say,
Yeah.
a little whitening, not bad.
And then lastly, I got an email here from Joe. I got to tell you, normally I wouldn't bother to write in, but your girlfriend came off as quite an obnoxious cunt on Monday's show. I would say cunt, but that would just be mean. He said C******. I would say cunt, but that would be mean. She sure seemed pretty proud of herself and her many accomplishments in life. Now, we all know she holds many degrees, lived all over the world, is scuba certified, along with many other self-important facts that she needed to proclaim. Something tells me Mommy and Daddy bankrolled her youth. In the future, please refrain from letting the host's girlfriends/wives rattle on about their many achievements.
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ. Seriously, I hope people understand the position that I put these motherfuckers in, including my saint of a girlfriend. You should all be so lucky to have a cunt like Beth in your life. I'm serious. That cunt came over here and jumped into a fucking radio show with these guys and just jumped on the air and did a show because she thought that was what would be best for this show.
It's basically because I didn't want to talk to Eric the whole time.
I don't blame you for
I needed a human to bounce shit
why I
off of.
called you.
Fuck both of you, dude. You're both cunts.
Christ, everybody should be so lucky to have a cunt like Beth. I'm serious.
No, dude,
She bailed out. I mean, she bailed me out big time. You guys bailed me out big time. I put you guys in a really, really fucking awful situation.
Dude, I told Jay.
And,
oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I told Jay, dude, I'm the first person in my group of friends to maybe be like, somebody brings their girlfriend around, and you're kind of like, okay, guys, this is the guy, whatever.
Yeah.
That letter is ridiculous, dude.
I haven't heard that show, so I don't even know.
It is so not. But it's just so not Beth. And the idea that everything she said was stuff we were talking about. It was relevant to conversation.
Yeah.
And as if this guy, I don't know who this guy is, but as if this guy's not once in his life did his parents help him out. But yeah, maybe I don't even know her life story, but maybe her parents did help her out in college. Like a lot of parents do.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Living abroad. My brother lived abroad. Is that, at one point in his life, does that mean he's just,
I will say this, man. Our YouTube hits were that day astronomical compared to what they usually are.
Oh, there's a chick there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Come
Holy
on,
shit.
check it out.
Dude, Rizzo was all over it. Oh, my God. Rizzo
Oh,
was just
Jesus.
risking it the whole time.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, everything she said was in response to
Stuff
what
that
we were
Jay
talking
mentioned.
about. It's not like she said, I've got a few things I need to mention. I'm scuba certified. I lived in Paris. It's just fucking ridiculous.
And actually,
That's
her
funny.
mentioning her multiple degrees was baked in the fact that I was just talking about the fact that I have a degree from OCC and Specs Howard. So that's the only reason that came up.
That's
anyway,
so funny.
Whatever.
It's tough for me though because I know why people write shit like that. I get it. I laugh at that. But I don't, for you guys and for Beth, I put everybody in that position. You know what I mean? So I feel bad. The fact that you guys came together on day one and did a show and then did shows for the whole week is fucking mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing.
Whatever.
It is. And the fact that Beth came over, I didn't ask her to. I didn't even talk to her. So
and the
I
fact
hope
that
people realize that. Like, I put everybody in a really tough spot, and you guys came through big time.
And by the way, the fact
For
that
free for everybody.
Right.
They're getting their freeze worth. I didn't feel like getting my freeze worth last week.
the only reason Beth wasn't here more is because she has a schedule of nursing. I would have been more than
she's
fine.
working midnights,
Right, I would
12
have
hours a
been
day.
more than fine with her being here on another show.
I would readily read you my text conversation with Beth during the week. Please tell me, Beth, you're not working, are you? Oh, fuck, you're working? Oh, I got to talk to Eric the whole time. Yeah, I would have loved to have
hilarious.
Beth over one more
to go on and on and on and on and on about her many accomplishments in life, living abroad.
I think we snagged a little audio of Beth too, having a conversation about you.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Let's see.
I told you to tell Mike to pay for it. Why didn't you tell him?
He didn't show up.
That little prick.
I called his house, and his mother told me that he was in the garage helping his father.
Well, Mike's a no-brain little prick. I'm not going to let him get away with this.
It happens.
Please don't do anything. I don't even like the guy.
He's not a guy. He's a little prick.
A little harsh, but hey.
Damone. I will say she came strong with that story about how you dressed up in the Wonder Woman outfit and gave her the lap dance.
What?
Oh yeah, that sounded hot.
She's a cunt. Why would you even talk to her?
No, this is off.
She's very open about it. She was very turned on.
I'll tell you some stories later about latching and Wonder Woman and.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I have something that's off subject though. If you don't.
No, go ahead.
Because I don't think you guys didn't even give me props here. I get railed on so often. I had 2 dates in one day this weekend.
That's awesome. Yeah, tell me about them real quick because we don't have a ton of time.
No, one was a running date.
Wait, that's not a date. That's a jogging.
We met up to run.
You met, dude. Unless you guys are getting mauled by dogs, I don't want to hear about that.
Banger in the woods?
No, I did not.
Wait a minute. What's a running? Awful. You know why wouldn't you go? Yeah. How about you go run and then we meet for a drink?
Busy. She's like, she has a real life.
Are you moving it? Don't.
The way I say perfect, dude, because she doesn't have money that she's buying the house. I can slide on in.
Are you trying to move in?
Help on in when I can.
Can Anna come too? She won't be here much longer.
But
we get her Social Security in the meantime.
Hey. Anyway,
she only needs 2 rooms.
So I had that. I guess it's debatable.
Did you hook up with anyone?
Well,
wait.
No.
Tinder, we've heard, right?
That was from Tinder.
This is from Tinder, and let's back up. How far did you go? You went a long
12 miles, dude. I went 12 miles.
Wait, you drove 12 miles to go running with her?
Ran.
He's a former marathon runner, but he's not run in a long time.
I only run like 12 or 5
to go 12 with this chick.
So she's a runner.
Yeah, she's training for a marathon, and she's just. What happened was her normal running partner had to work, so we've been trying to meet up a few times, and it just hasn't worked out. And she's like, "Well, you want to run with me in the morning?" So I just.
Where does she live?
Brighton.
Brighton's
probably a pretty good move because he could get away with being a stank ass, you know, on the running. It's like, I'm running. I'm running. What do you want? You know?
Yeah, but you stank before we even started running.
Well,
weird.
actually,
I ran a few miles before I came. You know,
this is kind of funny because she does it really early, so it's like 6:30 in the morning, and
you went at 6:30 in the morning.
Yes,
he'll do anything.
Yeah, he will.
And the problem is,
I'm surprised he hasn't sent himself to jail yet. It seems like people in jail are getting tons of pussy. I'm going there.
I didn't know how cold it was out yet, so I put on like a long sleeve running shirt and actually my long running pants over my shorts. I didn't know if I was going to go shorts or pants, and I started getting in the car and I realized my pants had been kept in this like basement thing or whatever. My cat had gotten in there at one point, and it was definite smell of cat piss on the pants.
On his way to a date.
But
nice. See, this is what Jay's talking about when he's talking about broad net and like being in game shape. You never know when the coach is going to call you into action, right?
I know.
You got to be ready to play. I mean, how would it look if you were never in uniform and you're sitting on the bench and they call your number? You got to be ready to jump in. Your cleats are tied,
dude,
man.
I had a moment in 8th grade basketball when I didn't play that often. I was on the bench, and one time the coach called me to go, and we had warm-ups. Started taking off my warm-ups, realized I never put my shorts on.
Did you go in the game with your warm-up pants?
I went back to the locker room. By the time I got back, the game was over. I didn't get to get in the game. So.
My buddy was telling me he played high school football. Played some college ball too, but he had a guy on his team that they let on the team, you know.
Sure.
It's one of those. You get some yard, as some would say, and this yard was a blowout game end of the season. You know, it's like, yeah, put Tony in.
Oh,
Tony's sitting on the bench in his uniform. He's got one of those big fucking jackets like we had in soccer. You know, those big hooded things. And here comes Tony in his jacket, still on his helmet, fucking running in the game.
Tony, you're
Tony. Oh, back over here, Tony. What? What's wrong?
I guess I can't laugh because I'm
You're Tony.
I'm not mentally retarded either.
Yeah, we're gonna get an IQ test in here.
I want to do that.
You saw that email, right?
Mm-hmm. I think it's a great idea. I love it.
I don't know. You know, I know we're out of time, so maybe I won't even really talk about the other one.
No, hit the other one.
But I will
go.
say it was a tie. I went to the tie game, and that's why I thought you guys meant.
Did you have good seats, Eric?
How come I feel like you're leading the witness counselor?
So here's the deal. It wasn't like this was an old friend of someone, a friend of a friend. So it wasn't like I wasn't sure if it was full on a date. We're kind of more hang out individually outside the group. Let's have some fun, see where whatever. So like I didn't buy the tickets ahead of time, and we get to the game and
Jesus Christ, it's sold out as shit. Yeah.
And for one, as I
got a standing room only tickets.
Yep.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, you took a date to standing room only. Nice, Eric. Nice. Not the time to call in some reserves, call in some friends who can line you up with a suite. Well, Jesus, SRO tickets? Come on, Eric. SRO game? It's not a World Series game. SROs? If this was Game 3 of the World Series, even the divisionals,
shit.
Like, fine, SROs, it's the best you can do. It's sold out.
I was in a situation.
Dude, we're in June. We're in July.
Dude, here's the problem. I was in a situation where, like, because my money's running tight, I have to use, as Jay told last week, I steer people towards that because of gift cards or whatever. So I don't have money. So like, if there was people selling scalp tickets, like there's no question. if back in the day, if I had a little cash,
they would have taken gift cards.
Yeah,
I didn't have cash to go to the scalpers and.
Why didn't you bum money from Timco or something?
Well, I was already at the gate, and I don't know. And
did you?
We showed up late. And
did you spring for drinks and hot dogs and stuff at the game? How'd that go?
Leading the witness counselor.
Oh, sorry,
I did buy the tickets, and then I will say that I bought my first beer and she bought her own drink.
Oh, Eric, you didn't even buy her a beer?
I offered, she did. She was like, no, or whatever. And then in the end,
I insist.
Yeah, I don't know. I bought her dinner. We went out afterwards. I bought dinner and stuff or whatever.
Where? Greens?
No, it's this Locos or some Mexican restaurant in Greektown.
Okay.
Whatever.
That's all right.
But I did.
Or whatever.
Who drove?
I drove.
You drove.
Did you bum
clean
gas
your car?
money off her? Or?
But I did tweet out a picture, and what I said was got there later or something. I said so I had to get standing room only, and I was like, good news is it was cheaper. Bad news is I don't think it impressed the girl I was with.
Probably not.
No.
But she said she was. But at the end of the night, I asked her because I thought this was a little iffy on whether it was a date. You know what I mean? But
what do you mean? You met her on a site to go on a date?
No. This one's a friend of she's actually one of my. I don't want to say something because I don't know if he listened or not, but yeah. But it was a friend of a friend kind of thing.
Okay.
So I've kind of known her, but not that well.
Sloppy seconds.
Yes.
All right. That's all right.
But.
That's all. Whatever. Hey,
no, but you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where I just wanted to more hang outside the group, see if it was, see if we just had a fun time and stuff. And at the end, it was a blast. And at the end of the night, I said, "Hey, would you want to actually go out sometime?" And so I think we're gonna do something this week.
Or whatever.
Did you want to actually sit in a seat next time we go? Actually.
Dude, I felt like such an idiot. Trust me.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. But so both dates then went actually okay. If you had your choice, would you one over the other?
Yes, I'd go over the tiger girl over the other. Or
really?
And the other one's got a house and she's like a nurse and everything.
And her name's Beth.
Yeah, crazy. No. So I told that to Jay. I was like, oh, crazy. I'm dating this girl. She's a nurse. She just bought a house. Got everything going.
Can you imagine Eric just moving in and I got all my stuff,
yeah.
Like in a plastic hefty bag or something.
She's
just
head over heels,
yeah.
Sees no fault in him.
He walks up with his stuff.
Oh my God, like a hobo.
I'd have to have all my Simpsons and Seinfeld DVDs. I got season 1 through 20. Look what I brought.
His toiletry kit's a little thin.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I brush it to floss my teeth.
There you go.
Okay, anyway, so that was that.
Well, good for you, dude. 2 dates in a week, that's awesome.
In one day.
That's in one day. That's good for you. Hey, that's what Jay means by casting a broad net.
That's right.
That's better. If you do that every day, you'll be gold.
I will say I felt a little reluctant about this one girl because just sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes if there's friends of a group, you feel a little weird, like it's going to be weird if, or whatever.
Yeah.
But having the few girls on the line on Tinder kind of gave me the confidence to just say, fuck it, I got some stuff on the back.
All right. Biggie.
Can we please?
Biggie.
We gotta line up a double date with you and Gab and him and some chick.
Look, I'll go with him on The Amazing Race.
You're not gonna put Gab through that?
Dude, she would love it.
Gab would love him. He's a
She's
treat.
met him. She's met him.
She has?
Drunk show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I remember she
The
liked
hidden
me.
show.
Yeah, the one we'll
She
never
liked
hear.
All right, well, let's wrap it up. Let's get out of here, guys.
Good to have you back, Mike.
Thanks. It's good to be back. I feel great. You guys did a great job while I was gone, and yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I promise you, we'll be back. And I'll be here tomorrow as well, and we'll do it all over again for a Tuesday edition of the Detroit Cast.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Love me tender